So you want to make money online, huh? Who doesn't these days? Let's dive into this YouTube video. Make $12 per minute on autopilot, make money online 2024, and see if it lives up to all the hype. Is this the real deal? Or just a bunch of digital smoke and mirrors?
Intriguing.
Yeah, so the video talks about print on demand. Design something once and sell it over and over. What do you think about print on demand as a business model?
Well, it is a legit way to make money online. No need to handle inventory, which is a big plus for beginners, right?
For sure. They make it seem so easy in the video. They walk you through using KD for the designs and Printify for printing and shipping. Just upload and watch the cash roll in, they say.
Yeah.
But is it really that simple?
That's where things get a little, let's just say I have some doubts. Those tools are great, don't get me wrong. But the video kind of skips over the hard parts of building a real business.
Right. They really push this whole copy-paste method.
Yeah.
Like, use ChatGPT to generate some quotes, throw them on a generic background in KD, and boom, you're in business. They even show you how to reword quotes using KD's AI. What's your take on that? Seems like they're downplaying the whole design aspect.
Yeah, it's a bit iffy. AI tools are handy, no doubt. But relying on them entirely, it kind of takes away from the artistry, the human touch that makes a design unique.
Yeah, it can't just be slapping a quote on a mug and calling it a masterpiece.
Exactly. There's got to be more to it than that.
And don't even get me started on those crazy numbers they throw around. Like, someone made $188,000 selling, quote, posters. Come on, what's the catch? They never tell you how these people found success, what they did differently.
Yeah, it's all sunshine and rainbows in the video. Did this person have a killer design style? Did they find a way to game the system? Who knows? The video doesn't say.
It's like they're showing you the finish line of a marathon, but skipping all the sweaty miles in between.
Totally. And speaking of misleading, let's talk passive income. They love that phrase, don't they? Like, you set up shop and money just magically appears in your account while you sip mojitos on a beach.
I think you're about to burst that bubble for us.
Right. Well, let's be real. Running an online business, even print on demand, takes work. Constant work. It's not a one-and-done kind of deal.
So much for those dreams of getting rich while you sleep.
Hey, wouldn't that be nice? The truth is, you got to put in the effort. Marketing, customer service, keeping up with trends, creating new designs. It's a lot.
Sure, it's not just about the product itself. It's about everything else that goes into building a brand and connecting with people.
100%. And speaking of which, they kind of brushed over the whole expanding your product line thing. Like, oh yeah, just add some mugs, t-shirts, whatever. But they don't tell you how to actually do it successfully.
It's like they think you can just copy-paste your designs onto anything and call it a day.
Yeah, as if every product is the same. Selling posters is totally different from selling t-shirts. You've got different audiences, different trends. It's a whole other ball game.
So those promises of doubling or tripling your income by offering more products, maybe take those with a grain of salt.
Big time. It's possible, but it takes planning, research, really knowing what your audience wants for each product. It's not as easy as they make it sound.
So we've established that this video is a little optimistic, to say the least. They do talk about using social media, though, right? Like Instagram, Pinterest, that sort of thing.
They do, but it's very surface level. They make it sound like you just post a few pretty pictures and boom, sales explode.
But I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
Oh yeah, a lot more.
Social media can be a beast to figure out, that's for sure. They even mention running ads. Is that worth exploring? Or is that getting ahead of ourselves, you think?
Ads can definitely get you in front of more people, yeah. But it's not as simple as throwing money at Facebook or whatever and watching the sales roll in.
Okay, so what's the secret sauce then? It's got to be more than designing a pretty picture.
Right. You need a plan. Like, who are you actually trying to reach with your ads? And what would make them click?
So knowing your audience is super important. But how do you figure that out?
That's where market research comes in. You got to dig deeper. It's not just age and location anymore. It's like, what do they care about? What makes them tick? Where do they hang out online?
You're talking about understanding their whole lifestyle, their values, everything.
Exactly. Once you really get them, you can make ads that speak directly to them.
Makes sense. They did mention using KD for creating the visuals, which makes sense.
Yeah, KD's a good starting point, especially if you're not a design whiz.
It's kind of democratizing design, right? Like anyone can create something that looks somewhat professional.
True. But even with KD, you still need some design sense. Color, composition, typography, those things matter.
Oh, for sure. I guess it's not as easy as slapping some text on a random background and hoping for the best.
Nope. You still gotta know the basics.
So even creating an ad takes work. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
Totally. You gotta be strategic, make sure you're getting your money's worth.
It all comes back to strategy, huh? Nothing's as simple as they make it seem in the videos.
Pretty much. And the online world changes so fast, you got to be willing to adapt.
Always learning, always evolving. It's overwhelming, honestly.
It can be. But that's part of the excitement too, right?
I guess so. Okay, so we've established that social media and ads are important, but they're not magic bullets. What about the whole branding thing? The video kind of glossed over that, don't you think?
Yeah, they barely scratched the surface. Branding is huge, especially online, where there's so much competition.
So it's not enough to just have a great product.
Nope, not at all. You got to create a whole vibe, a feeling that people connect with. It's your values, your story, what you stand for.
It's like, why should someone choose your mug over the millions of others out there?
Exactly. It's got to be more than just a mug. It's got to represent something.
And social media plays into that, right?
Huge time. Social media is not just about selling. It's about building that connection with your audience, making them feel like they're part of something.
So it's more than just posting product photos and hoping people buy.
Way more. Think of it as building a community, a place where people feel seen and heard. That's how you build a brand people love.
Yeah, building a brand, finding your people, it's a lot to think about. And this video barely scratches the surface.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out? You must be completely overwhelmed.
It is a lot, for sure. But exciting too, right? My advice, focus on the fundamentals. Don't get lost in all the noise.
Okay, so what are the fundamentals? Where do you even begin?
Well, first things first, know your audience. I know everyone says that, but it's true. If you don't know who you're selling to, it's like shooting arrows in the dark.
Right, you got to know who you're aiming at. But how do you figure that out?
Research. Dig deep. Talk to people. Look at what's working for others in your niche. The more you understand your ideal customer, the better you can serve them.
Makes sense. So know your audience. What else?
Marketing, my friend. Got to get the word out there.
Easier said than done, sometimes.
True, but there are so many resources out there now. Online courses, communities, you name it. Don't be afraid to experiment, try different things, and see what sticks.
It's that whole test and learn mentality, right?
Exactly. And you know what? Don't be afraid to ask for help either.
Oh, good point. Like finding a mentor, joining a community?
All of that. Building a business can be lonely. Surround yourself with people who get it, who can support you.
That's so important. It's easy to get lost in the weeds when you're doing your own thing.
100%. Celebrate the wins, learn from the losses, and remember to enjoy the ride.
I love that. So we've learned that making money online, it's not just about finding the right tool or following a step-by-step guide.
Nope. It takes work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and grow. But hey, anything worth having usually does, right?
Right. And who knows, maybe there's a little bit of magic involved too. At least that's what we like to think. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Big thanks to our expert for breaking it all down for us.
Anytime.
And to all you listeners out there, keep those entrepreneurial dreams alive. And remember, stay curious. We'll catch you the next one.